We're fresh off the plane. Thomas Barr, new national record holder. I'll just move this back just to give you a bit of space.
No bother.
So, tell us a little bit about the race. It was windy conditions. I think we were wondering how windy were the conditions, but it was pretty windy, yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty blustery out there for a lot of the races, but as I was saying to you earlier, like I got down into the blocks and there was a massive gust of wind, and then it kind of died down. I didn't feel a huge amount. There was a little bit down the back straight and onto the top bend, but it kind of helped along the top bend. But other than that, it was still enough for us. But for the whole day, it was blustery. You know, it was on and it was off, and it was 1 minute it was into your face. But yeah, luckily enough for us, it wasn't too bad. We kind of got the better end of the stick.
Yeah, and number one in Europe. Were you expecting that and to go under 49 seconds?
Not a hope. I was hoping for. I'll be honest. I was hoping for a PB again.
Yeah.
Because I had run well in Nordingham, but I knew there was more there if I could tidy up the race and if I could get a decent lane. And I was steep. I got lane 6, which was ideal for me, and you know the bends weren't too tight. So yeah, I left a lot of work to do. I don't know whether you see the video where I was probably 4th or 5th place coming into hurdle 8, and I was stuttering and I didn't clatter, but I hit hurdles 8 and 9 and just came home strong. And that's all that I had in me. Threw myself at the line and came out with a nice time.
Yeah, well, you've shown your balance anyway. Cork City Sports last year, you managed just to keep your footing after that when you're on course for a victory, but this time was a lot better and under the 49 seconds. What does that mean to you? Does that boost your belief? And now I suppose everyone's going to start saying obviously medals and finals, but obviously it's giving you the genuine goal of making the final, and then anything can happen after that.
I mean, it's kind of, because it only happened yesterday, nothing has really sunk in yet. And because I was away from home, all of his Facebook, Twitter messages, I was inundated. But it's not until I actually get back into training and get back into competitions and kind of look at where I'm going and what I'm going to do. Once you see a 48, you know, it opens up so many more doors as to where I can go. So yeah, it's kind of disbelief, but
yeah. And give us an insight again. You're nearly like the Steve Cram of 400 hurdles. You get injured for a couple of months, but it doesn't seem to bother you. Last year you had a bit of an injury. This year, when you kind of had an injury around, was it March time?
It was the end of warm weather training, so it was the end of April or so. Yeah, the end of April I was out for about 6 to 8 weeks before I actually got back onto the track.
Okay.
And then back into full training by mid-May, mid to late May, and a couple of weeks training, and then out on competition. It seems to suit me.
So what were you doing on that 8 weeks? Were you pool, aqua jogging, or just gym work? Or
yeah, aqua jogging, rehab, and cross training, and a little bit of bike work as well for those few weeks, and that was it. Just trying to keep up fitness as much as possible.
Yeah, and what did last year kind of give you comments in terms of what's going through your mind, your mentality? Like this year, you know, European Championships, these are the kind of places where Irish athletes can like do damage, and you have a place to, as you say, make a name for yourself and open doors. What's going through your head when you're like, obviously get a good spell of training and then you're knocked out with an injury?
Yeah, kind of. Last year I was probably worse off because I had no idea what the injury was going to do to me, but this year I was a bit more relaxed. I had my final exams and stuff to worry about as well, and you know, there was just so much stuff going on with final year projects and stuff, so that kind of took my mind off the injury itself. So I was just going through the motions, and I didn't worry too much because I kind of knew that a little bit of time off sort of helped me nearly. And the fresh legs, there's a lot to be said for fresh legs with me anyway. I don't know what's wrong or right with me, but the time off seems to help. So I wasn't too flustered or too worried once I knew I could get back on track for May, June time, you know, so that I could get my aim was to get back for my first competition to Belgium, which I did, and they worked out pretty well. So
yeah, so it's gone so far so good. So what's kind of like the plan for the next few weeks? You're going to European Team Championships next week anyway.
Yeah, European Team Championships in Tallinn,
Estonia.
Yeah. And then from there, I have a couple of competitions lined up, and hopefully Chambéry, Tirard, early July. Kind of a toss up between them and Cork City Sports at the moment. I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to talk to my coach about that, and then Morton Games end of July, and kind of plan after that where the next block is going to lead.
Yeah, and so potentially a 4x4 squad as well. Would you be open to a 4x4 team coming to the Europeans? Obviously, if there's a qualifier or whatever.
If there's a place there for me, I'm going to take it, and I believe that we do have a team going for Europeans. So and it should be a strong team as well. I mean, Gregan Open this weekend. There's Richard Morrissey, Jason Harry, Mark English is there as well.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we have a hugely strong squad. I don't want to be leaving out names here. I'm definitely forgetting.
Yeah.
But massive squad though. that we have there, and I mean, it would be a shame not to put a team out on the track just to see what we can do.
So, what was the atmosphere like in Geneva? At what point was your race? Was it building up? There was a couple of other good performances. Have you raced there before?
In Geneva?
Yeah.
Yeah, I raced there probably 2 years ago, but I didn't get to go last year because of injury. But because I had only arrived in to Geneva on the morning of the race because of flights and stuff, I only just arrived at the track pretty much an hour beforehand, went to warm up, and then went straight out. And then after that, it was when all the performances were coming. Then it was Sarah Lavin and Kelly Proper and Eve and everyone, and Phil Healy, everyone was just knocking down times like they were going out of fashion.
So it teed you up nicely. So any other business?
For now, not that I can think of, no.
Okay, cheers.